Hi garden friends, welcome to the Environmental Education Center. I'm Miss Erin and I've got another plant that you need to know. Today I'm in the shade garden with Aquilegia chrysantha variety Hinckleyiana. That's a mouthful. It's easier to use her common name, which is Hinckley's columbine. Although some people do call her Texas columbine, gold columbine, yellow columbine. That columbine part of her name comes from Latin, and it means dove. If you look carefully at the blossom, you'll see why. The spur part of the blossom looks sort of like the head and shoulders of a bird. The sepals are like opening wings, and the petal or the blade of the petal is kind of like a tail feather. If you look carefully, you can often see that there are 4 or 5 doves about to take flight. Now, while her name may come from Latin, this plant is all Texan. She's native to the South Bend region of Texas, although she does just fine here in north central Texas. She, as you can see, is a beautiful mounding plant, a small shrub with sort of blue-gray leaves, about 2 foot wide and 2 foot tall, not including these beautiful spikes of flowers. But as you can tell from the abundant rain we've had this spring, she's a little bit bigger this year. Speaking of those blossoms, you've got to enjoy them while they're here, which is usually from March to about May. Now, this is a great little plant for any shade garden because she doesn't really have a lot of demands other than good drainage. Good drainage is extremely important because she doesn't like her roots to sit in water for very long. So before we put these into our demonstration garden, we made sure that we amended the soil with a generous amount of compost. Then we also located them on a slight incline, and that also helps to drain the water away from her, especially in a rainy spring like we've had this year. She likes evenly moist soil to surround her, so to help with that, we put down a 3-inch layer of mulch. We also, when it gets to be the middle of summer, check on her on a regular basis, and if she's looking a little peaked, we first use our moisture meter to check to see if she needs a little drink. If so, we add about 1 inch of water every 7 to 10 days, but only when needed. Because again, we don't want her to be overwatered. She is a Texas tough, drought-tolerant plant. Now, there is one other thing that I really appreciate about this beautiful plant, and that is that she attracts wildlife. Bees love her. Bumblebees love her, night moths love her, isn't that amazing? And butterflies. In fact, she is what is called a host plant for the Columbine Duskywing butterfly. That means if you put this in your beautiful garden and they find it, you're going to have some cute little caterpillars crawling along and munching the leaves. But don't worry, as soon as they become butterflies and fly away, all of those leaves will come right back. So if you've got a dark corner in your shade garden that you need to brighten up, Hinckley's columbine is a plant that you need to know.